Hello, hello, Pre-Algebra. Happy Monday. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm here for our 13.5 and 13.6 quiz, and I'm not going to go through and do all of them, but I am going to go through and work you through it, at least get you guys started. This is going to be a tough quiz. I think what you should do, what you should make sure you have before we start, is a understanding of all the sections, especially 0.5 and 0.6. What I have here are the notes that we're going to need for this section. But I hope we can go through this, and I hope it'll make sense. So, first off, listing figures that are prisms. This means not cones, pyramids, or spheres. Prisms were covered in 13.5, so hopefully that will give you guys enough of a clue. Moving on, number dos. Which of the following is a formula for the lateral surface area of a regular pyramid? You'll find this in 13.6. And what I'm going to do first is, I know that anything that has to do with a circle is going... That's a terrible circle. Oh my goodness, I'm just making it worse. Anyway, it's going to include pi. Well, pyramids do not have pi. So I could cross these two out right away. Process of elimination is a key skill to have for future test taking. Otherwise, let's move on. Number 3. Which of the following is a formula for the surface area of a circular cylinder? Now, it's a cylinder, not a cone. So we know that it's going to have a base. It's going to have two bases, rather. And it's looking for the full surface area. So I know it's going to look something like this with the 2 pi, right? It's going to have the lateral surface area plus twice the base. So it's not that one. I know the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared, so it's not that one. So it's going to be one of these two. Again, the lateral is going to equal the perimeter, rather the circumference, times the height. So that's going to be 2 pi r times h. Well, it's already starting to look like this one here. Again, guys, find your formulas, find your find the rest, the formulas, and then just follow the notes. And then the surface area is 2 times pi r squared, right? Because that's the circle, right? So with my candle here, the circle on the bottom is pi r squared. The side here is 2 pi r, the circumference, times the height, h. But then I have another base on top, which means that it's going to be this guy. Okay. Number 4. This is the one that it's not just formulas, it's not just diagrams. We're actually going to need to do this. Find the surface area for a cube. So cube has all the same edges of 10. So notice how, actually, why don't I do this over here on the right? The first thing that I'm going to do, forgive me, is draw it out. 10 centimeters, 10 centimeters, and 10 centimeters. Okay, so I'm looking for the whole surface area. So I know that surface area of any quadrilateral, including a cube, is going to equal the L plus O plus 2 of the bases. The lateral surface area is going to equal the perimeter times the height, which is going to be, the perimeter is going to be 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, 40 times the height, which is 10. So our lateral surface area is going to equal 400 centimeters squared. Okay. Now my base is the area of the bottom, which is 10 times 10, 100 centimeters squared. If I plug these in, S equals 400 plus 2 times 100 equals 400 plus 200. So my surface area will equal 600 centimeters squared. Okay. And it kind of makes sense if I have a 6-sided dice, right? This is a cube. Well, if this is 1 by 1 by 1 by 1, I'm going to have 1 unit squared. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 covering this, but if it's, instead of it being the length of 1, it's the length of 10, well, I'm just multiplying it by 2 factors of 10, covering the surface area with 600. You're number 1. You're number 1. Okay, I can do this. Focus. Okay, number 5. Calculate the surface area for this guy. Similar process, however, it's going to have different numbers. I'll help you guys set this up. Remember, it's still S. It's the lateral surface area, right? I'm going to choose this side as my lateral, plus 2 times the base, right? This is really similar to this guy that I was showing you guys last week, except I've got different values there. So my lateral surface area is going to equal the perimeter of the base. So I've got 15 plus 8 plus 15 plus 8. It's the perimeter times the height, which is, so the perimeter is going to be 2 times 15 plus 2 times 8, all multiplied by my height, which is 3. 2 times 15 is 30, plus 16 times 3. 30 plus 16, 46 times 3. Okay. That's going to be, multiply that, that's going to be our lateral surface area. Our base is the area of the bottom, 15 times 8. Okay, so I've got you guys started. Plug those values in, and don't forget it's going to be in feet squared. Okay, find the surface area of a sphere with the diameter of 5 inches. Now, we remember, it was actually covered up here, that this guy, for a sphere, the surface area equals 4 pi r squared. Okay, well, we're given a diameter, not a radius, and we're given this value for 4, so let me, 4 times 3.14. 4 times our radius is half of our diameter, right? Radius equals diameter divided by 2. 2.5 squared. Okay, so I got that set up for you guys. And it's in inches, so our answer will be in inches squared. Okay, moving to the back side. The lateral surface area of the figure, that's this guy. Well, the lateral surface area is not going to be the triangles, because the triangles are my bases. So triangles are my bases. So again, perimeter times h. So what's going to be my perimeter here? Well, it's got to be the perimeter of the triangles. Now, you might be wondering, wait a second, I thought base was on the bottom. Well, if I had this guy here and have my bottom labeled, what if I did this? It's all a matter of perspective. We could easily take this and turn it on its side. The thing is, the bases are the duplicated side. It's going to be hard to write that. Duplicated side. So whichever side is doubled, and in this case, that's the triangle. So that's how I know that the triangles are not involved in the lateral surface area. And then again, the perimeter is the perimeter of the base. I think you guys have enough information there to solve it. Number 8, it does ask for the surface area of the figure. So the surface area is going to equal the lateral surface area, which again is going to be in centimeters squared, plus 2 times the base. So now what we need to do is we need to figure out the area of the triangle. Area of triangle is 1/2 little base times height. That's going to be 3 and 4, right? Because they make a perpendicular side. So you'll figure that area and you'll plug it in there. And then we will be able to move on. Okay, number 9, find the lateral surface area of this figure. Now, this one, it's a little bit trickier because it's a cone. So I'm going to pull it up in my notes so that way you guys can see. Yeah, this is from 13.6. And the lateral surface area equals 1/2 the circumference times the length. Now in this case, thankfully, we are given the length. And the circumference is going to equal 2 times pi times r. You are welcome to use 2 times 3.14, and our radius is 5. Okay. Plug these values in, give it to me up here. Don't forget, it will equal inches squared. Finding the surface area for this figure. will be this value plus the area of this circle, and we only have one circle, so it's just one base, and that's going to be pi r squared, which is 3.14 times 5 squared. Again, order of operations, we're going to square 5 and then multiply that. All right, guys, kind of a longer video, but I hope it helps. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, I love you. Bye.